Randy Orton named top performer over 14-time champion by WWE Hall of Famer. Former WWE General Manager Eric Bischoff recently heaped praise on Randy Orton, asserting that the Viper's storytelling abilities, in-ring prowess, and overall impact on the wrestling industry surpass even those of legendary wrestler Shawn Michaels. Bischoff's high praise for Orton underscores the latter's unique ability to connect with the audience on an emotional level, often conveying complex stories and emotions through subtle facial expressions and body language. Speaking on Wrestling Shoot interviews, Bischoff was asked to comment on Orton's status as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. In response, Bischoff highlighted Orton's unique ability to convey emotion and drama through subtle gestures and facial expressions. He compared Orton to accomplished actors and actresses, noting that he could tell a story with just a glance. He said, "One of the best," Bischoff said. "He is so phenomenal, and it's unfortunate that, because the average wrestling fan, they're not looking for the nuances. They don't even notice them, but if you really love the art of professional wrestling, you look at Randy Orton and you realize that you could watch Randy Orton in a 15-minute wrestling match, and Randy Orton can do more with a look than most guys can physically throw out. Randy Orton could accomplish more with a glance than the Young Bucks can in a main event match on a pay-per-view." 003-106. He further said, "Randy has that ability, and he does it with every fiber of his body. His selling is second to none. That's the art that I appreciate the most. The minute he walks into the ring, when he gets up on that turnbuckle and does his pose and looks up there, it's a living statue," the WWE Hall of Famer continued. "I think Randy's a much better performer than even Shawn Michaels, and I hold Shawn Michaels in very high esteem as a performer." 137-318. Orton's recent return to WWE after a lengthy injury hiatus has reignited excitement among fans. His surprise appearance at Survivor Series War Games last year, where he delivered a devastating RKO to J.D. McDonough, showcased his enduring impact on the wrestling world. While Orton's return was overshadowed by CM Punk's comeback, it was nonetheless a significant moment for WWE. Fans are eagerly awaiting his return to the ring and are hopeful that he will continue to entertain them with his unique blend of athleticism and charisma. As Orton continues to leave his mark on the wrestling industry, his legacy as one of the greatest performers of all time is secure. His ability to connect with the audience and deliver captivating performances has earned him the respect of fans and peers alike. Randy Orton is regarded as one of the greatest wrestlers WWE has ever produced. A Hall of Famer recently praised the Viper's work and put him over many other big stars. This included someone Bischoff regarded highly, Shawn Michaels. Eric Bischoff's association with sports entertainment spans several decades. The former WWE General Manager knows a lot more about the squared circle than many other analysts. Speaking on Wrestling Shoot interviews, Bischoff was asked to comment on Randy being called one of the greatest. In his response, he went on to state that Orton could do more with just a glance than many other accomplished wrestlers. "One of the best," Bischoff said. "He is so phenomenal, and it's unfortunate that, because the average wrestling fan, they're not looking for the nuances. They don't even notice them, but if you really love the art of professional wrestling, you look at Randy Orton and you realize that you could watch Randy Orton in a 15-minute wrestling match, and Randy Orton can do more with a look than most guys can physically throw out. Randy Orton could accomplish more with a glance than the Young Bucks can in a main event match on a pay-per-view." Bischoff added that the Viper had all the tools to tell the story extremely well. He compared him to actors and actresses who create drama and go to great extents to connect a story. He added that Orton was even better than WWE legend Shawn Michaels. Michaels has won the world title 4 times, in addition to being a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, 6-time Tag Team Champion, and European Champion once. Randy has that ability, and he does it with every fiber of his body. His selling is second to none. That's the art that I appreciate the most. The minute he walks into the ring, when he gets up on that turnbuckle and does his pose and looks up there, it's a living statue," the WWE Hall of Famer continued. "I think Randy's a much better performer than even Shawn Michaels, and I hold Shawn Michaels in very high esteem as a performer." The Viper is currently engaged in a rivalry with Kevin Owens. The two men will likely lock horns after KO's rivalry with Cody Rhodes ends following WWE Saturday Night's main event. Randy Orton returned to action during last year's WWE Survivor Series War Games. The Judgment Day took on Cody Rhodes' team at last year's Survivor Series War Games. The American Nightmare didn't have a final member for his team, but Randy Orton made a surprise return to even the odds. He hit a remarkable RKO to JD McDonough, who was thrown off the steel structure. In a recent interview, JD claimed that he still feels the effects of the move. Orton's moment was eclipsed by CM Punk's return to WWE later in the night. However, the Viper's return after a lengthy hiatus due to injury had fans excited. Again, he is out due to a storyline injury suffered at Kevin Owens' hands. It would be great to see him return before the end of the year. With Triple H as head booker, WWE is currently undergoing a new era. The company has made vital changes to its programming and behind-the-scenes production, which have been well received by fans. With a much clearer vision towards its booking, multiple new stars have been formed who will define WWE's future. With Bret Hart's ranking system, 10 of WWE's biggest stars will be ranked based on a combination of 3 attributes: their look, promo skills, and in-ring ability. Each wrestler will be given a score out of 10 based on each attribute, which will all add up to make a combined score out of 30. After making his debut on the main roster as a member of Roman Reigns' bloodline, Solo Sikoa became known as the quiet enforcer with such an intimidating presence. Unlike his days in NXT, Solo didn't showcase much character or promo skills, but that began to change after Solo formed his own version of the bloodline. During this run as the new tribal chief, Solo has been able to develop some promo skills and charisma, and while there's still room for improvement, Solo Sikoa has truly proved his worth as a main event talent. Since his NXT days, Damian Priest was seen as one of WWE's biggest prospects, due to his badass look and ability to work with wrestlers who are smaller or the same size as him. After joining the main roster, Priest held the United States title for 6 months and later joined Edge's Judgment Day stable. A few months into its formation, the Judgment Day stable went in a new direction, but the likes of Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio were able to pick up the scraps and turn the Judgment Day into one of the best heel factions of the last decade. Priest was rewarded with capturing the Money in the Bank briefcase, which he cashed in at WrestleMania 40 to win his first world title in WWE. Throughout his career,